Hi, Rosa. Hey, how are you?
How are you?
Pretty good.
Good.
Got plans for tomorrow?
Um, no,
Mhm.
nothing special. How about you?
We're having bowling outing. Couples ministry is having a bowling outing, so that should be fun.
Yeah, that does sound fun.
And I haven't picked up my bowling ball in about 6 months, maybe even longer, so it's going to be interesting.
Sounds like lots of fun. I haven't been bowling. Gosh, I can't even remember the last time. Probably with my kids years ago. That is
Mhm.
a lot of fun.
Yeah, I would agree.
I'm gonna say, so do we have a new person that's helping out from what Jeff said?
Uh,
Looking at
Olivia's.
our Olivia.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
But
is
Jeff,
she's gonna go ahead.
yeah, Jeff is gonna come on the line and probably give out assignments.
Okay,
But it is a couple of us on from the department, and we'll probably be able to manage today.
okay.
Yeah. So yesterday we had a visitation service to go to for someone that passed away, and our friends, one of our friends' parent. And it was just so snowy, and the roads hadn't been cleared, and I was nervous the whole time driving down.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but you had to do what you had to do to
Yeah.
show your pay your respects.
Yeah, I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
Always tough. And we didn't get too bad of weather here. I mean, it did get. I don't think it was as bad as they had predicted it was going to be, or it could have been. We did get a little bit of precipitation, and I know in our subdivision it's icy, but once you hit the main roads, everything's fine.
Yeah, it is. I didn't. I thought it would be like more
Hmm.
snow than we got, but it wasn't. Olivia, are you able to hear us? Yeah, I can't let her in because I don't have rights.
Can I might be able to. Let me see. How do I do that? I'm
Are you a
gonna.
host, or is your status host or co-host?
Yes, I had received. Let me see what they that Becky sent this morning saying that. So would it just be under?
So you would look at, first of all, I don't see host under your name when I scroll over your
Okay.
name. So she's still the host, and Jeff is trying to get
Okay.
into the room. Let's see.
Hmm.
Yeah, we can't let anyone in until Becky gets in. Let me send her
Okay.
a text.
I'm a panelist for the WebEx, so that's different than the host.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay then. So no, I don't. There's an option to reclaim host role. If I do that, will that mess anything up? I mean,
I
we can
don't
wait.
know.
Yeah, I don't want to cause any issues, but
I'm sending Jeff a note now.
it looks like he's as one of the attendees.
Right, he's not a
Yeah.
panelist. He's got to come in
Yeah.
as a panelist.
Okay.
Jeff, I just sent you a note. If you go
He's
to Teams, you'll be able to get the code from Becky's text message.
okay.
Hi, Katie. That was a big smile.
I can unmute myself. I thought I couldn't unmute myself. Hi.
I
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How about yourself? Are you guys working hard down there or hardly working?
yeah, we're working hard.
Working hard. It is cold here. I don't know, but I'm sure where you are too. It is so cold.
Yep.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our webinar, Advantages of the Illinois Works Bid Credit Program for Contractors. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to join us. We are excited to be able to introduce this initiative to you. We hope you take advantage of the unique opportunity. In this webinar, you're going to learn how to earn bid credits to strengthen your bid for future capital projects funded by the state of Illinois. Access the Illinois Works Pre-Apprenticeship Program talent pipeline of qualified graduates. And the third, network with other contractors and subcontractors through the Illinois Works Bid Credit Contractor Registry. This webinar was designed specifically for contractors, subcontractors, business associations, and other organizations that represent or support contractors and subcontractors. By the end of this session, you'll be able to join the Illinois Works Bid Credit Program. So my name is Jeff Doolittle. I'm with the Center of Governmental Studies with Northern Illinois University. I'm also a training analyst and program coach for Illinois Works, and our co-facilitator, primary facilitator today is Rebecca Bailey. She's a senior bid credit program manager, and I'll let her come on and say hi.
Good afternoon, Jeff. My name's Rebecca Bailey. I'm the Senior Bid Credit Program Manager, as Jeff mentioned, and I appreciate you guys taking the time out to attend our webinar today.
Thanks, Rebecca. Well, I get to talk to you about the Governor Pritzker's $45 billion capital plan. Illinois Works and its programs were created as a result of Governor Pritzker's historic $45 billion capital plan and his commitment to expanding the construction workforce and equity in this important sector of the Illinois economy. The Bid Credit Program is part of the Office of Illinois Works, administered by the Illinois Department of Commerce Economic Opportunity. It's called DCEO, and this exciting initiative creates opportunities for Illinois businesses like many of yours. And during this session, you're going to learn how. So you can earn the Illinois Works Bid Credit Program will allow you to earn up to $334,000 in bid credits, which are virtual dollars per the Illinois Works graduates that you hire and retain. The above dollar amount is based on the proposed earning rate for an electrician for the full 6 years of the bid credit program eligibility. The wages were calculated based on the Northern Illinois Electrical Contractors Association, which is the NECA contract with the International Brotherhood of Electrical Contractors, the IBEW, in Northern Illinois. Now, you need to understand these are not 334,000 of actual dollars. They are virtual dollars as specified in the Illinois Works Job Program Act, which is the law that created this program. In this webinar, we will be talking about the virtual dollars and how they can help you win bids for state-funded capital projects. So please note, during this webinar, materials related reflect draft proposals that are not effective until the department adopts them in administrative rules. So today, we are going to answer the following questions for you. How did Illinois Works come about? What is the bid credit program? What are eligibility criteria? How can you earn bid credits? How can bid credits help you win a bid? How can you access bid credits to use them for bidding? How can you network with other contractors and subcontractors? And what happens if you win or lose the bid? And number 9, is this just another crazy bureaucratic program? And number 10, what is the catch? All right, so for participant engagement today, if you have questions, we'd like you to post those into chat. And at the end of the presentation, we will be sure to answer the questions that are posted into chat at that point. Please note that this session is being recorded and it will be made available for review in the partner guide. Also, during this webinar, again, draft proposals that are not effective until the department adopts them into administrative rules are being used. So the one other thing we want you to know is the bid credit program email. If you need to contact us with comments, feedback, or questions after today's webinar, if you don't get that addressed in the presentation or something you just want to take offline, our email address is now being made available into chat at this time. And with that, I am going to turn it over to Rebecca, who's going to pick up and start answering our questions with the first question.
All right, thank you, Jeff. How did Illinois Works come about? Well, the Illinois Works Jobs Program Act was passed in 2019, and it instituted the program we will be discussing today, Rebuild Illinois, which equals construction projects and construction jobs. The Illinois Works Jobs Program Act created a new bureau at DCEO that is dedicated to the construction industry and the building trades. The Illinois Works team is focused on developing a qualified talent pipeline to help ensure long-term sustainability in Illinois. Illinois Works is a team of passionate and committed individuals with specific expertise in creating opportunities for qualified community members to earn credentials valuable to the construction and the building trades. Through the Illinois Works Career Services team, those individuals can be connected to hiring contractors and subcontractors. The Illinois Works programs are implemented by DCEO, or the Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity. Illinois Works is aligned with DCEO's core mission to support and maintain a climate that enables a strong economy for our customers, being taxpayers, businesses, workers, and communities. We do this by keeping, attracting, and growing businesses, and maintaining a skilled workforce, and enhancing communities so that the climate here is one in which businesses, both small and large, and their workers can succeed to the greatest extent possible. To learn more about DCEO, the website link is being provided for you now in the chat. You can also find additional information about all the Illinois Works programs, which are specifically designed to support construction and the trades, on the Illinois Works Contractors resource page. The Illinois Works Contractors resource page answers the following questions. Do you want to earn bid credits to make your bids more competitive? Do you need to strengthen your business's talent pipeline? Do you need to comply with the Illinois Works Jobs Program Act? Or do you need to hire talent for your construction business? A link to the Illinois Works Contractors resource page is being provided for you now in the chat. Once you register for the Illinois Works Bid Credit Program, you will automatically be subscribed to the Bid Credit monthly newsletter. The newsletter includes announcements, the upcoming training schedule, graduate profiles, and participating contractor information. The registration form to sign up for the Illinois Works Bid Credit Program is down being provided for you in the chat. The Office of Illinois Works oversees 3 different programs that focus on equity and to support a talent pipeline for the construction industry and the building trades. Each program represents a critical piece to a puzzle that creates a unique and innovative workforce model. Let us review each of the 3 key programs. First, the Illinois Works Apprenticeship Initiative creates the job demand. This program opens doors of opportunity in the construction industry and the building trades for Illinois residents. The Illinois Works Pre-Apprenticeship Program creates a pipeline of diverse and qualified candidates to respond to the created demand, to fill job opportunities with diverse candidates. And finally, the Illinois Works Bid Credit Program creates the incentives to hire and retain the Illinois Works Pre-Apprenticeship Program graduates. All of these programs together focus on helping communities and supporting the construction industry and the building trades. Ultimately, Illinois Works connects the community members who graduate with construction and the building trades through the Illinois Works Career Services team. So what is the Bid Credit Program? Well, the Illinois Works Bid Credit Program incentivizes contractors to both hire and retain Illinois Works Pre-Apprenticeship Program graduates. These graduates are from a diverse pool of candidates who create a highly qualified talent pipeline. Employment and retention of these graduates allow contractors to earn bid credits to be used on future capital projects funded by the state of Illinois. Keep in mind that Illinois not only funds large road and bridge projects, but most importantly, small to medium-sized projects between $500,000 and $1.5 million to build community centers, schools, college facilities, community clinics, sewer and water systems, and public libraries, just to mention a few. Bid credits can be earned on any project, public or private, that can only be redeemed to bid on a state-funded capital construction project. So let's go over the key aspects of the Illinois Works Bid Credit Program. First, the Bid Credit Program allows contractors and subcontractors to earn bid credits to use towards future bids for any capital construction project funded by the state or an agency of the state. These bid credits can be earned for employing a qualified apprentice who has completed the Illinois Works pre-apprenticeship program and is working on any project, public or private. Annually, DCO will determine the bid credit rate per construction trade and publish it on our webpage. And finally, the Illinois Works Bid Credit Bank will be used to track all activities related to the bid credit program. The focus of this is to make the experience of contractors seamless by the use of the latest technology. A link to the Illinois Works Bid Credit Program webpage is being provided for you in the chat. To better understand how this works, let's take a look at an example. How many bid credits can I earn on a graduate? So this is a hypothetical example with our proposed rules. And for step 1, you would hire a pre-apprenticeship graduate. And on the first line of this table, you can see for that apprentice, the first row indicates the bid credits that were earned for every payroll hour that was paid to that apprentice. In year 1, the contractor who hires that apprentice is also eligible to receive a $3,000 incentive for keeping that apprentice hired for 90 days or 700 continuous hours. And each year annually, those apprentices will be eligible for an incentive as they move up the ladder and are promoted from a year 1 to a year 2 apprentice and a year 2 to year 3 apprentice and so on and so forth. So for this table, you can see the totals for each year. For year 1, the apprentice was able to earn $38,696 for their employer. For year 2, $40,408 for a cumulative total of $79,104. For year 3, $49,332 for a cumulative total of $128, and so on and so forth until year 6, where the total, if that contractor kept the same apprentice hired for the entire 6 years of their eligibility, they would be eligible to earn $334,000 worth of bid credits on that single graduate. So where do those bid credits go? Well, once you're enrolled in the bid credit program, you will receive regular communications from the Illinois Works team regarding your bid credit account. And each time there's a transaction, you will receive an automatic email notification confirming your transaction. And this communication will include the amount of bid credits awarded, the date of the award, the date the bid credits will expire, or if you've requested a certificate, the issue and expiration date of the certificate, and the amount of bid credits that the certificate was redeemed for. This allows all participating contractors and subcontractors to track their bid credit transactions. The Illinois Works Bid Credit Bank account functions just like a real bank account, and your bank account will allow you the ability to review all pending and approved transactions at any time through your account dashboard, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The newest transactions to your bank will be at the bottom of your bank account with the balance on the right. Your bank account will show all bid credit transactions, again, including bid credits deposited or awarded to you, any bid credits deducted or redeemed from your account, and any adjustments for returned bid credits that are made to your account. So what is the bid credit eligibility criteria? Well, it is very simple. Contractors and subcontractors may participate in the Illinois Works Bid Credit Program by registering with the program, using the contractor registration form provided by Illinois Works. In order to participate, the contractor must do business in the state of Illinois, complete the registration form, and hire an Illinois Works graduate who is enrolled, or they can sponsor them in a Department of Labor registered apprenticeship program. If you would like for more information about eligibility or a general overview of the Big Credit Program, a quick reference of the Big Credit Program is available in our one-sheeter. It provides a summary of all the main program information, and a link to our one-sheeter is now being provided for you in the chat. If you would like to become part of the Big Credit Program and earn big credits to be used on future capital funded projects, you're required to complete the contractor registration form. You will be requested to enter your information, and once approved, you will be assigned a Big Credit bank account number and be given access to your contractor dashboard, where you can see all your transactions in your bank account. A link to the contractor registration form is being provided for you in the chat. If you have any questions regarding how to complete the contractor registration form, please post them in the chat now, or send our team an email for us to respond back to you. Please note, when you register, you should register your full company name, a primary email address that is a generic one in which multiple people in your business have access to, and your FEIN number without the dashes. It is important that the information that you enter here is submitted in the same format for all forms that you submit now and in the future. In addition to the Big Credit Program newsletter we just discussed, and the Big Credit one-sheeter, and the Big Credit Program webpage, we also have the following monthly training sessions. The advantages of the Illinois Works Big Credit Program, which is the session you're in right now, is repeated monthly, and every offering of that is published on our webpage. You can register for the future offerings there. As soon as our rules are approved, we'll start to offer the Effectively Using the Big Credit Program, which will be a training or instructional webinar that will be designed for Big Credit Program's contractor staff so they can learn how to use the Big Credit Program to its fullest. And finally, the Big Credit Responsibilities for Awarding Agencies, which will be the staff training for all funding and awarding agencies so they know how to accept and apply big credits as they receive them with their bids. Again, for more information on our current session offerings, you can reference the link to our webpage that is providing for you in the chat. Also on our webpage, you can see the recording of this webinar and all past webinars, which are located on our Big Credit Program Partner Guide. So question 4, how can you earn bid credits? Well, as we discussed, the Big Credit Program allows you to earn bid credits on any project, public or private, to use towards future bids in order to increase your chance to win the bid. These bid credits can only be used to bid on capital construction projects funded by the state or an agency of the state. Contractors and subcontractors may be eligible to earn bid credits by employing a qualified apprentice. So what is a qualified apprentice? Well, they have graduated from the Illinois Works Pre-Apprenticeship Program. They are actively enrolled in a U.S. Department of Labor registered apprenticeship program in a construction trade, and they are 6 years or less from the date they graduated or first enrolled in the USDOL RAP program. So what construction trades are eligible? Well, all construction trades are eligible. But at the first of each year, the Illinois Works Big Credit Program team will post on its webpage a list of all prevailing wage construction trades that are eligible for bid credits and the amount of bid credits in which each trade will be allowed to earn. Contractors and subcontractors who employ a qualified apprentice will need to submit to us a Big Credit Apprentice report by the 15th of each month for the work that was performed by their qualified apprentice. So how does this work? If your apprentice worked on a state-funded capital project, the Illinois Works team will access the certified payroll submitted to DOL for your qualified apprentice for verification in order to award your bid credits. If it is not a state-funded public works project, you will need to provide Illinois Works with your certified payroll for your qualified apprentice for verification in order to award your bid credits. Bid credits will only be processed for work performed no more than 3 months prior to the request being submitted to Illinois Works. Requests for bid credit incentives for hiring and retention are also required within 90 days of the hiring date or promotion date for your apprentice. So once the bid credit apprentice report has been processed and received, the Illinois Works team will notify you of the total number of bid credits awarded and deposited into your bid credit bank account, the date in which those bid credits are deemed earned, and the date in which those bid credits will expire. Again, you can access your bank account to see all transactions, both processed and pending, using your contractor dashboard link that was provided to you when you first registered for the bid credit program. The Illinois Works team will process bid credit requests for work performed as long as there are no extenuating circumstances, such as the apprentice submitted is not an Illinois Works graduate, or the Illinois Works graduate is already a journey person, or there is no certified payroll available for us to confirm or verify the bid credit amount. Following a request submission, the Illinois Works team will again send you an email notification with the status of your request to let you know if your request has been approved, is being reviewed, if more information is needed, or if it has been declined for any reason. Contractors can see their own bid credits on their contractor dashboard. They can also view all Illinois Works Bid Credit Program registered contractors in the Bid Credit Registry. On a monthly basis, Illinois Works will publish a registry on its website of all active bid credit program contractors and subcontractors, as well as the amount of available bid credits each of them have. This resource is important because it allows you to see who has earned bid credits so that you can pool your bid credits with other contractors or subcontractors to make your future bids for state-funded capital projects more competitive. So the bid credit incentive rates are being shown on the screen now. These are the incentive rates for 2024. They will be updated for 2025 when the rules are updated. But as you can see, there's a promotion incentive. There's a hiring incentive of $3,000 to be claimed after continuous employment of the graduate or apprentice being hired. There's an annual incentive every year at your apprentice's promotion from a year 1 to year 2, year 2 to year 3, year 3 to year 4, and so on, and a $4,500 incentive to be claimed when your apprentice is promoted to a journey person. So please keep in mind that we'll pay bid credits on apprentices for up to 6 years or until they become a journey person. So how can these bid credits help you win a bid? Well, bid credits, as we said, are virtual dollars, so we like to think of them like credit card reward points. If a contractor or a subcontractor earns a bid credit, it means that the virtual dollar earned can be used to bid on a state-funded capital construction project. These virtual dollars remain virtual dollars and are never converted into real dollars. Bid credits, again, can be earned on any project, public or private, but can only be used to bid on a capital construction project funded by the state of Illinois or an agency of the state. This program offers the opportunity for contractors to earn bid credits by hiring and retaining Illinois Works pre-apprenticeship program graduates. Once earned, the contractors can submit bid credits as part of competitive bids for future capital projects funded by the state of Illinois. So how can the bid credit impact your bid? Your base bid is the value of your bid before any available credits are applied. And once bid credits are applied to your base bid, the lowest effective bid is calculated. The lowest effective bid amount is the value of your base bid minus your available bid credits. The awarding agency is required to use this value to determine, amongst other considerations, which bidding party will prevail in securing a contract for a capital construction project funded by the state of Illinois. In short, the contractor with the lowest effective bid should, unless there are other circumstances that prevent it, be offered the opportunity to accept the contract at the bid amount that was submitted by the lowest qualified and responsible bidder, and thus earn the contract. At this point, the contractor can then decide if they would like to accept the project at that price, or if they would like to decline the project and have their bid credits returned to them. This is where bid credits can strengthen your position. Bid credits do not change the contract amount, only the contractor that the contract is offered to. So let's look at an example. Who would win the bid? In this scenario, we have 3 contractors that are all bidding on the same project. ABC will bid $1 million and include $15,000 worth of bid credits, giving them a lowest effective bid of $985,000. DEF will bid $1,250,000, and they will not include any bid credits, so their lowest effective bid will remain the same as their base bid at $1,250,000. Contractor GHI will bid $990,000 and 0 bid credits, so again, their lowest effective bid will remain the same as their base bid submitted at $990,000. In the traditional setting, GHI would be the winner with the lowest bid. However, since ABC submitted $15,000 worth of bid credits, lowering their lowest effective bid amount to $985,000, they will have the lowest effective bid and receive the opportunity to accept the contract at the lowest base bid amount of $990,000, which was submitted by GHI. At this time, ABC can choose to accept the contract at $990,000 and have their bid credits cashed out of their bid credit bank, or they can pass on the contract and have their bid credits put back into their bank account, and the regular bidding process will take over. So there is a maximum amount of bid credits that can be used for a specific project when bidding on a public works project. The limits are as follows. 3% of the total project cost for projects that are less than $5 million. 4% of the total project cost for projects that are less than 50 million but more than 5. And 5% of the total project cost for projects that are more than 50 million. So how do you access your bid credits to use them for bidding? Your bid credits will be maintained in the Illinois Works Bid Credit Bank, as we discussed earlier. The Illinois Works Bid Credit Bank is an electronic system that Illinois Works used to track all participating contractors and subcontractors, their bid credits, and their bid credit transactions. Each contractor or subcontractor that participates in the bid credit program will have a bid credit bank account that tracks their bid credits and their bid credit transactions. Illinois Works will process bid credit requests for work no more than 3 months prior to submittal. Contractors and subcontractors who seek incentives for hiring and retaining an Illinois Works graduate must submit the bid credit apprentice report no more than 90 days after the qualified apprentice's hiring or promotion date. Each month, the Illinois Works team will publish on its webpage an updated registry of all active bid credit program contractors and subcontractors, as well as their available bid credits as of the last day of the preceding month. Bid credits will remain in your bid credit bank account for up to 10 years from the date in which they are awarded, and expired bid credits will be removed from the contractor's bank account at their expiration date. So once you have employed an Illinois Works graduate, you can request 2 different types of bid credits: payroll or incentive bid credits for the same graduate you employ. This is accomplished by submitting a bid credit apprentice report. This request has been streamlined to utilize the information the contractor already reported. The bid credit apprentice report must be fully completed with the following information: your graduate or apprentice's information, which requires their name, their IWRS graduate ID or their 6-digit ID, and the last 4 digits of their social security number. Their apprenticeship information, which requires their RAP program type, program name, and their current apprenticeship year. Their employment information, which requires their wage classification and employment type. Their payroll information, which requires their project information and their payroll dates, including their start dates, end dates, and gross wages paid. And for incentives, we ask that you send us their hire date or acceptance letter and/or their promotion letter from the USDOL apprenticeship program. In order to use your earned bid credits to bid for a future bid on a state-funded capital project, you will need to submit to us a bid credit certificate request. When contractors and subcontractors request a bid credit certificate to be used for a bid on a specific project, a bid credit certificate will be immediately issued that identifies the amount of available bid credits the contractor or subcontractor intends to use. This bid credit certificate may only be used in connection with a bid for the specific project for which it was requested. The bid credits requested by the contractor or subcontractor for the bid credit certificate will be placed on hold in your bank account until the bid has been awarded and the award status has been updated by both the contractor and verified by the awarding agency, or the certificate expires. Please note, the same bid credits cannot be used for more than one bid at a time. Bid credit certificates will expire after 90 days unless the contractor or subcontractor requests an extension from Illinois Works. To access the bid credit certificate request, a link is now being provided for you in the chat. So effective in 2025, all future invitation for bids for state-funded capital construction projects will include the acceptance of Illinois Works bid credits. This applies to all state agencies, state grantees, and state loan recipients. This acceptance will follow the maximum allowed percentages based on the dollar amount of the base bid submitted. If you want to use your earned bid credits in conjunction with a bid, you will need to attach a bid credit certificate created specifically for that bid. Your bid credits are then used to lower your base bid to help you outbid the lowest qualified and responsible bidder who did not use bid credits by at least $1. The contractor with the lowest effective bid should be offered the contractor with the lowest effective bid should be offered, unless other circumstances prevent it, the opportunity to accept the contract at the bid amount that was submitted by the lowest qualified and responsible bidder who did not use bid credits. If the awarding agency receives multiple bids from contractors who submit bid credit certificates, the contractor with the lowest effective bid will be selected as the prevailing bidder and will have the opportunity to accept the contract at the lowest base bid amount. If the awarding agency determines that two bidders have the same adjusted bid value, all pre-existing selection criteria will apply to select the winning bidder, and the awarding agency will use its own pre-approved rules to determine the bid winner. So let's look at another example to see who will win the bid. Here we have another state-funded capital project with an estimated total project cost of $1.5 million. This project will have a 3% bid credit maximum, or $45,000. This project, as you can see, has three bidders, and these bidders bid the following. ABC bids $1.5 million with $45,000 worth of bid credits, giving them a lowest effective bid of $1,455,000. DEF bids $1.5 million and zero bid credits, leaving their lowest effective bid amount at the same as their base bid amount of $1.5 million. And GHI bids $1.5 million total bid and $37,000 worth of bid credits, giving them a lowest effective bid amount of $1,463,000. In this setting, all the bids have the same total base bid amount. DEF will not be considered as they did not include any bid credits in their bid amount. Both ABC and GHI have submitted bid credits and have both submitted the same base bid amount of $1.5 million. But when we take the lowest effective bid into account, ABC will be the winner at $1,455,000. They will then have the opportunity to accept the contract at $1.5 million, as it was the lowest base bid that was received from all bidders. And if they choose to accept, their $45,000 worth of bid credits will then be cashed out of their bank account. Again, at this time, I want to point out that bid credits do not affect the contract amount only who is offered the ability to accept the contract. So how can you network with other contractors or subcontractors? Well, networking is the act of making connections to build relationships. Networking with other contractors or subcontractors can help you leverage the relationship by combining or pooling your bid credits together. Multiple bid credit certificates can be combined in a bid for a project. As a general contractor, you must submit at least $5,000 of your own bid credits to combine your bid credits with other contractors or subcontractors. If combining with others, each contractor or subcontractor must request their own certificate for the bid from Illinois Works. If you submit a bid credit certificate for a subcontractor on a bid, you must use that contractor on the project if you win the bid. If a subcontractor decides not to participate in a project after the bid is submitted and won, they cannot get their bid credits returned to them. Illinois Works will debit their account and deduct the amount of bid credits used to win the bid from their account. In the event that a subcontractor is disqualified by an awarding agency after the bid is awarded, during the due diligence review, the credits contributed by the disqualified contractor will not be returned, and Illinois Works will again debit their account and deduct the amount of bid credits used to win the bid. So let's take a look at an example of who will win the bid when we have combined bid credit certificates. So once again, we have our same state-funded capital construction project with the total estimated project cost of $1.5 million, which still has a 3% bid credit maximum of $45,000. In this project, we will have the same three bidders, but now they will have subcontractors. So ABC will subcontract with XYZ. Together, they will bid $1.5 million, and they will include $45,000 worth of bid credits, $5,000 from ABC and $40,000 from XYZ. DEF will bid the same, $1.5 million and 0 bid credits. And contractor GHI will subcontract with UVW, and they will bid the same $1.5 million and include a total of $37,000 worth of bid credits, $25,000 from GHI and $22,000 from UVW. So once again, we have the same situation here, and we have the same lowest effective amounts. So in this example, ABC and XYZ will have the lowest effective bid, again, at $1,455,000. So they will be offered the contract at the lowest base bid received of $1.5 million. If they choose to accept this bid, then the bid credits will be cashed out of both of their bank accounts, and they will be offered the contract. In this situation, ABC will be required to subcontract with XYZ since they submitted their bid credits in the same bid. GHI and UVW will both have their bid credits returned to their bank accounts for them to use again and for the opportunity to bid on a future capital funded project. Contractors and or subcontractors can pool their bid credits together with other contractors and or subcontractors if the contractor or subcontractor who owns them consents for their bid credits to be used for a bid in which they will participate. Bid credits cannot be bought, sold, or gifted to any other contractor. Bid credits may be transferred only to another entity through a merger or an acquisition. So what happens if you win or lose the bid? Well, you cannot lose your bid credits by leveraging them on a capital construction project. However, you can lose them if Illinois Works finds out that the bid credits you have were earned fraudulently. Bid credits ultimately accepted by an awarding agency to win a bid will be subtracted from your Illinois Works bid credit bank account. Bid credits will be frozen in the contractor or subcontractor's account when they request a bid credit certificate to bid for a project. Any excess bid credits that were not used by the awarding agency to award the project will be returned to your bank account. In the event that a bid contains multiple bid credit certificates, excess bid credits will then be calculated and ultimately returned to the parties that submit the bid credit certificates in a manner proportionally to the original contribution of each party. Bid credits that were sequestered or frozen in account will be unfrozen and returned if they were not used by an awarding agency because the contractor or subcontractor did not win the bid or won but declined not to accept it. The contractor or subcontractor withdraws their bid with the awarding agency, or the bid credit certificate expires. An update request will be submitted to both the contractor and/or subcontractor and the awarding agency to report to Illinois Works the bid outcome for the submitted bid credit certificates and the amount of bid credits used and/or returned. So we've talked about a lot today. So is this just another crazy bureaucratic program? I can see how some might ask this question, as many federal and state programs come and go and are generally hard to use and navigate. Illinois Works is not another unstable bureaucratic program. It is a state law that is supported by Illinois legislature and implemented by the Office of Illinois Works at the Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity. It is well-defined and was designed specifically streamlined after hearing the feedback from contractors from all over the state. This program has effective and efficient processes, rules, procedures, technological tools, communications, and staff. The Illinois Works Bid Credit Program is fully operational and is a well-funded DCEO program and initiative. It also has the full support of the administration, both at DCEO and the governor's office. This program is here to stay, and it is a unique and innovative program, and it is expected to be a leader nationally. So what's the catch? Well, there's no catch. You must hire and retain an Illinois Works program graduate that is enrolled in a Department of Labor registered apprenticeship program. Or if they are not enrolled in a registered apprenticeship program, you can sponsor them. You can even request a graduate through our career services team. So let us review each of the key programs. The Illinois Works Apprenticeship Initiative creates a job demand. The Illinois Works Pre-Apprenticeship Program creates a pipeline of diverse and qualified candidates to respond to the demand. And the Illinois Works Bid Credit Program creates the incentives to hire and retain the Illinois Works Pre-Apprenticeship Program graduates. So again, all of these programs together focus on helping communities and supporting the construction industry and the building trades. Ultimately, Illinois Works connects the community members who graduate with the construction and the building trades through the Illinois Works Career Services team. As of December 2024, the Illinois Works Pre-Apprenticeship Program has graduated 2,000 participants. Hundreds of these graduates are still looking for an opportunity to start a career in the construction and the trades. These graduates are trained, ready, willing, and able to begin working on job sites across the state of Illinois. So how can you get connected to an Illinois Works graduate? The Illinois Works team recently launched Career Services, which is designed specifically to build relationships with DOL RAPs, directly connect employers and graduates through job matching, and provide long-term transition support to our Illinois Works Pre-Apprenticeship Program graduates. The main goal of Illinois Works is to increase the number of Illinois Works Pre-Apprenticeship graduates gaining employment and entry in the DOL RAP of their choice. By achieving this goal, this team directly supports the goal of connecting contractors to a highly qualified talent pipeline, which allows them to earn bid credits to be used on future capital projects funded by the state of Illinois. So how can you get connected to an Illinois Works graduate? The Illinois Works Career Services team facilitates job matching. This highly effective team works hard to ensure a seamless and efficient process. As a contractor, all you would need to do is submit a job order through the Illinois Works Employer Form and specify your employment needs. Specifications may include, but not be limited to, the graduate's availability to work in a particular location, the certificates that you're requesting the graduate have, the graduate's career interests, or any qualifications that you require for your job site. This user-friendly form allows the Illinois Works Career Services team to send you a list of Illinois Works graduates that match your job requirements. You can access the Illinois Works Employer Form using the link provided for you now in the chat. The job order form is also used by contractors to provide follow-up information about the graduates they might have screened or hired from the list in which they received. So let's review the job matching process. Contractors submit the job orders electronically to the Career Services team. The Career Services team then sends an electronic link to the graduates to identify ready and able graduates. The graduates apply for the job within 72 hours using the provided link and submit their updated resumes and contact information. The Career Services team screens out the applicants, and all those that meet the contractor's requirements are forwarded to the contractor for their review and consideration. If only a small number of applicants or no applicants are received within the 72 hours, Illinois Works will generate a list of available graduates from its graduate database. Illinois Works asks the contractor to update the outcome for candidates sent to them. If you are interested in connecting with the Career Services team, please contact Mr. Victor Castillo. His email address is provided for you now on the screen and in the chat. So once again, as we close, here's a link for you to join the Big Credit program. It will only take you a few minutes to fill out the form, and for those of you interested in joining, please let us open up the link together and fill out the form. Please feel free at this time to post any questions you have in the chat as you complete the contractor registration form to join the Big Credit program.
Okay, Becky, there are no questions in the chat.
All
Thank
right. Well, yeah, thank you, Becky. Thank you for the presentation. We did have one question just popped in right here at the end here. Great presentation. I'm curious about the percentage of available funding has been used for bid credits. And Becky, can you come back on for that question, please? I can repeat it if you'd like.
No, I'm reading it
Okay.
down.
Okay.
Mike, I'm not quite sure what you're asking, but I know that you're trying to set up a meeting with me individually. Let's discuss that when we meet personally, okay?
All right. Well, thank you so much again, Becky, for the presentation and the time you put into it. Now we're going to collect some feedback from everybody here that's been a part of the program. So we want to hear from you. In WebEx, on the right-hand side of your WebEx screen, you're going to see a opportunity to click a blue continue button. The blue continue button then is going to open up a Mentimeter presentation. It's going to show you the app in the viewer. So all you have to do is on the right-hand side of your WebEx, click the multimedia page, multimedia viewer, and then you're going to see the presentation. So the presentation should be showing for you now as you go into there. And I'm going to go ahead and ask the first question to please share your views on this training and by rating the following statements from 1, the lowest, to 10, the highest, if you would. So go ahead and respond to that question. Thank you for those that are responding. Appreciate it. All right. I'm going to go ahead and advance to the next screen. This course was relevant and to help you learn more about this subject matter. We would respond to that question 1 to 5, from 5 strongly agree, 1 is strongly disagree. If you would go ahead and respond. Right. Appreciate that feedback. We're going to go ahead and strongly agree. Move on to the next question. I plan to apply what I've learned. Again, 1 to 5, 1 strongly disagree, and 5 is strongly agree. Are you going to use what you've learned today? Great. We're glad you're going to be taking advantage of these bid credits. It's awesome. We're going to move on to the next question. What improvements might you recommend? Do you have any ideas or suggestions for how you would improve, make any recommended improvements to this presentation so we could continually improve. We roll these out once a month. We're always looking for feedback. So if you have any suggestions, if not, you can just put NA in chat or NA in the response there. That'd be great. And we know that you don't have any suggestions. Again, always looking for feedback. Thank you. And then what did you find effective? If we could make changes, would you recommend anything we keep? Anything specific stand out to you that you really enjoyed? That was kind of what we're looking for with this question in this webinar. All right. Overall, great presentation. Thank you. And is there anything else about this course you think we should know? Last question for today. And that's always if you have anything else that you think we should know. Okay. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thank you for responding to the survey. And again, Becky, thank you for the presentation and your participation. We're glad you're going to be taking advantage of this great new program. Have a great day.
Recording off.